It's Phil Lindemann with your Krystal 93 News at 4. This first Friday of the year was the busiest on I-70 in nearly 4 years and the busiest during ski season in 5 years. An average of 2,200 cars traveled I-70 every hour through Summit. That is the fourth busiest of all time. By yesterday, though, traffic had tapered off dramatically to 1,500 cars every hour. In 3 days, we ended up totaling 135,000, second busiest weekend of winter, and busier than this time last year by about 8,000 cars. A personal injury and negligence lawsuit against the town of Breck has been thrown out of court for governmental immunity. The McManus family claimed the town failed to protect their disabled daughter from a dangerous homeless man when she lived at Pinewood 2. Those are town-owned apartments on Airport Road. Judge Karen Romeo says Breck is protected. Towns are rarely liable for assaults on town properties. But the suit against Breck's property manager, Quorum Real Estate, continues. The court has approved evidence gathering. There are no active arrest warrants for the homeless man named in the case. There is a protection order by the McManus family. Today is part one of a special report, Housing Goes Cold. One frustrated local says Frisco's workforce strategy is not working for the people who need it.
I'm almost 40 years old and I feel like my life has been on pause.
That was Alex Beach. He's lived here 11 years, and for nearly as long, he has hunted for a home to own.
Where you used to be able to claw and scrape to get that one-bed condo, that one-bed condo is now sometimes $1 million in Summit County.
He's been going to Frisco council meetings and appeared on CBS 4, where he puts a face to the housing crisis.
No local who's working at a resort or serving tables can afford $1 million house.
In recent months, he's been to more council meetings than some council members, despite multiple jobs and a lease about to expire.
It takes a lot of cheap labor to keep these resort towns running.
Beach tells Krystal 93 he has entered more than 50 housing lotteries with no luck.
You hear anecdotes and stories every couple of months. Someone who just moved to the county won a lottery.
Most recently, he sent flyers to every deed-restricted homeowner in Frisco, 155 of them.
Hey, oh yeah, I remember that nice young man sent us that postcard. Like maybe we should reach out to him, right? It's a long game. I wasn't expecting anyone to call me immediately.
Now the town is considering changes to housing policy they believe will make it more equitable by putting limits on the lottery and outlawing direct sales.
If the town of Frisco gets their way with this new housing covenant, that's going to go into effect before the spring, and now I'm SOL.
Beach knows he might catch a break. An old roommate of his recently did, but he's losing hope, and he believes this fight is bigger than just him.
The town and the county are going to atrophy. Why would anyone, start a family if they don't have housing? What's going to happen when all the business owners age out and want to sell, want to retire, and there's no one coming behind them? The town's going to start to wither away.
Stay tuned for more on local housing woes in a Krystal 93 special report, Housing Goes Cold. What's the best French onion soup here in Summit? We asked and you answered on Facebook, where La Francois Bistro just barely beats Legends in Breck. Fifth Ave and Uptown are tied in Frisco. Deborah, she's still loving the damn brewery crock. Kevin is sending folks to Eclectic and Silverthorne. And Laurel, she's throwing it back to Gassy Thompson's and Keystone, circa 1990. In sports, the Avalanche play the Panthers tonight at 7. A-Basin's new paid parking policy, it's here to stay. COO Al Hensroth tells Krystal 93 it's been modeled after what's now working in Alta, Utah.
When they rolled it out, they got a lot of really negative feedback. And now what we hear is the people that ski Alta really like it. It's made a huge difference. And there's not that mad dash in the morning.
Paid parking is mandatory Fridays, Saturdays, and select holidays through May 4th. That's about 1/5 of the season. And in local sports, time is ticking to sign up for tomorrow's Rise and Shine Rando Series at A-Basin, the second to last race in the series. Racers leave the village at 7 a.m., and it's a Tuesday, which means free parking. Phil Lindemann, Krystal 93 News.